Thank you. So me again, and but this time I have two very important, panel speaker from Pakistan and Mongolia to share about their perspective. So maybe I will start with the macro level type of, questions. So basically, I think we have seen AI and tech development have actually making a lot of headway in the developed country. And I would like you to share with us briefly, describe the tech landscape and AI landscape in Mongolia, and what are the key strengths and challenges? What do you see, the risks and the opportunities?
Thank you so much and having us. And Mongolia is, of course, the huge country, 1.5 million square, and then these people, 3.5 million people lives. And then we have almost half of the population lives in the city, capital city. And those people are more close to that digitalization and close to the getting more service to the any other way. And of course we have, and digitalization is, we have to involve, especially the government side, and we have to involve much and also to invest so much. And yeah, and the AI is quite a new topic for especially the government and banking sector and the central bank. And then how we learn, how we use, and how we use for the other people or other customers, and we think. And of course, we have big challenges, and any other country, any other developing countries have the same issue, same challenge. Of course, the data protection and privacy things, but if we pass through that, and then we have more opportunity to using AI, and especially that developing country as Mongolia. But yeah, also the Ministry of Digital and Development in Mongolia, yep. Also the help by UNDP for leading in AI and also the digitalization for the Mongolia.
Thank you, and good to you, Mohammed. We speak last night talking about some of the major development in Pakistan. Would you like to share with us some of the tech development in Pakistan? What do you see key areas and priorities that you are working on? At the same time, what are the risks and challenges that you are dealing with?
Thank you, Stephanie, and thanks to Alibaba Entrepreneurship Fund for inviting me here. Let's talk about Pakistan. So Pakistan is an untold story, and Pakistan is not another emerging market dabbling in technology, but we are actually strategically positioning ourselves as the landscape for global innovation, fueled by unique, combination of talent, opportunity, and rising entrepreneurship is steady. So we should understand first about the data points for Pakistan. Today's population of Pakistan is 250 million. And out of 250 million, 65% population is under 30 years of age. By 2047, in next 22 years, this will cross 400 million. So with a population of 250 million, we are the world's 5th largest nation. And there's a huge bulk. So as far as the freelancers are concerned, Pakistan is the 4th largest freelancing country in the world, with a population of 3 million freelancers, individuals working globally. And as far as the overall digital infrastructure is concerned, in last few years, there is a realization and there is a strong collaboration between the government, industry, academia, and the civil society. So gradually the landscape is changing. The current number of IT export is $4 billion, which is actually not a very healthy number, but by 2030, we are aiming and realistically aiming $30 billion our export in next 5 years. So the government initiated steps accordingly. So the global venture capital funds are looking for Pakistan. They are already investing in Pakistan. We are here in the Alibaba event. In the last 4 years, Alibaba invested in 2 major organizations in Pakistan. They acquired the operations of Daraz, which is an e-commerce company with the headquarters in Singapore. And last year, they acquired the EasyPaisa Telenor Bank. Telenor was actually a Norwegian bank in Pakistan, and now the major shareholder is Alibaba Group and Financial. And this is the story of other players also. For example, one of the venture capital Orbit invested in last 7 years in 25 startups, and they recently finalized 5 more investments for the year 2025. Same is the case of multiple other venture capital, and majority of the investments are happening in the tech and AI space. So in recent 3 or 4 years, there was a $1 billion investment in AI-backed startups, and the annual projection is 30% from 2025. And we are expecting realistically that with the increased collaboration, with the better policies and the digital infrastructure, we are expecting year by year more growth in the number of 30%. So there are opportunities for tech investors, there are opportunities for tech practitioners, the AI practitioners, because of our population size, because of the overall infrastructure the government already created and further enhancing. So for example, agriculture is a big space, and agri-tech is a big opportunity for the investors as well as for the practitioners. So 70% of our population is based in rural areas, small villages and towns, and this is a huge population, and 70% of our economy is based on agriculture. So with the advancements, many of the international organizations are exploring Pakistan. Few of them already invested in Pakistan, and the overall ecosystem is building on a sustainable manner. Same is the story of the healthcare. So because of the huge population size of 250 million, the e-health is a big opportunity. There are multiple startups and there are multiple organizations in Pakistan, local as well as the foreign organizations who are working in Pakistan. And year by year, in last 5 years, we experienced the phenomenal growth in this sector. So we are expecting more and more growth in the health sector. Then education is a big area. As I mentioned, the 65% population is under 30 years of age. So EdTech is a big opportunity. The global size of EdTech industry in 2023 was $250 billion. And the projection is that by the end of December 2027, the size will be 400 billion. So countries like Pakistan are the biggest markets for this EdTech revolution, the EdTech investments, and the opportunity for all the EdTech players to visit Pakistan, to interact with the right players, to interact with the government, and government is fully capable to facilitate all these investors. There is another huge opportunity for the tourism, because one of the most beautiful places in the world are located in Pakistan. The mountains, the lakes, the Arabian Sea, from Karachi to Gwadar, we are just the neighbors of the Middle East. So there is a huge opportunity for e-tourism. And I mentioned about the Daraz owned by Alibaba. So one of another startup was Kareem, now owned by the Middle Eastern investors. So Kareem is Pakistani story. The Pakistani entrepreneur Mudassir Sheikha initiated this story, and the Middle Eastern investors acquired last year, 2 years back, in $3 billion. So there are other stories as well, like Baikia is working. The ride-hailing companies like InDrive, Yango are operating in Pakistan. So there are opportunities apart from the e-commerce in security and some other spaces also.
Yeah.
We should understand that Pakistan's strategic location is important. We are epicenter of 5 billion people in our surroundings. The entire Asia, the Middle East is here, and the Africa. So here is an opportunity, and with the growing entrepreneurial mindset and the overall infrastructure. One more thing I want to share, that Government of Pakistan, the Ministry of Information Technology and Telecommunication, established 7 national incubation centers. And these incubation centers are operating in 7 different cities in 4 provinces of Pakistan. And the entire concept is to nurture the entrepreneurship, to support the startups already working in Pakistan, and the mentoring of the youth and mentoring of these startups. Because year by year, with these policies, the strong collaboration between the government, between corporate, the industry overall, the academia and the civil society, the digital landscape is rising. So we are actually producing 75,000 engineers every year, 50,000 computer science graduates, 30,000 medical doctors, 100,000 business graduates annually. And the current population of the IT professional is 1 million. So we are producing this engine, we are producing this foundation, and actually this will drive the AI and digital landscape in Pakistan in the future.
Very good, very good. Thanks for the comprehensive, sharing on the landscape in Pakistan. I feel like I'm taking a journey to Pakistan already. So coming to you, Anand, talking about startup, what do you think the role of the startup, the local and international, organization, how they can actually continue to invest in Mongolia, and how do you see which are the key sector that you believe that we will have a good shot at developing tech and AI in Mongolia?
Yes, as I mentioned, the Mongolia is a very young, few people, and especially young country, and almost 60% of population under 35 years old, and people like to adapt digitalization quick. For example, almost last 5-6 years, we did the payment system modernization program founded by ADB also, and then especially that the payment side of the Mongolia is almost 98% of transaction through the digital, no human using, and which means that people more using the cashless society, and also that the AI is a new thing for us, and then I think the AI more focusing on work with the scoring or different, because also the risk about the data securities. But yeah, in Mongolia, very, as I mentioned, younger country, and then people who wanted to invest in Mongolia, especially the startup fintech area, is a big opportunity to do it, because the people like to use the digital and very hungry for the digitalization.
Yeah, I must say I have met with many of the delegates from Mongolia. They are very young, and they are also very ambitious, and which is I like the most, because they are so eager and they are so hungry, try to make a difference for the countries. Thank you. So maybe coming to our last closing question, for the audience who may be interested in supporting AI and tech development in the emerging industry, what advice would you give on how they can effectively contribute their funding and resources and initiative in Mongolia?
Yes, our main income is, of course, the mining sector, and then people, if they like to invest to Mongolia, of course, the mining. But the second and third biggest is going to be tech, digital, especially the financial side and banking sector as well. And people maybe they're more appetized on that side, I think. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And how about from your perspective?
As I mentioned about the data points of Pakistan and the overall landscape, so one thing I want to share that our IT companies, our tech companies are now very much active in the Middle East market also. So UAE market was already covered, but now recently in the last 4 or 5 years, because of the rising story of Saudi Arabia and because we feel that Riyadh is the most happening place in the world today as far as the business and economy is concerned. The Saudi Arabian market is growing. So many of the organizations from Pakistan, over 50 organizations, established their offices in Saudi Arabia. So they are acquiring the business from the region, not only from the Middle East market, but from the Asian, African market as well. and the back offices are all in Pakistan. So this is one area where actually we are receiving good fundings, and this is good for our economy as well. And same is the case that many of the investors I mentioned about the Alibaba, but the China investors from China are actually very much operating in Pakistan. They are investing in more and more. China is the biggest FDI investor in Pakistan. So my another point is about the region that as far as the investment landscape is concerned, globally, the shift happened already in last 10, 15 years. So the major regions for the investment are Asia, Middle East, and the Africa. So the countries rising from here, like Vietnam is a good story now. Hong Kong, China already working, but Singapore, Malaysia, and many countries in Pakistan, many countries in Middle East, like Saudi Arabia is a story, UAE story is good, the Qatar, Oman is rising now, and many countries in Africa. So the future is Africa and Asia. So people are investing, the West also investing here. Many of my Western friends are now based in Middle East. Earlier they were based in Hong Kong. So these are the markets they are exploring. And in this entire region, countries like Bangladesh, countries like Pakistan, countries like India, they are the good opportunities. So this story is good, and what government of Pakistan is doing to facilitate the investors, they created the Special Investment Facilitation Council. This is whole of government approach, and with our Board of Investment, which is actually the investment ministry, which I served as the minister as well. So in collaboration with these two organizations, this is one window operation for any investor. And what we are observing that apart from the traditional industries, the majority investments and majority, investors are coming to explore for the digital landscape. And one major area is the transportation also. As I mentioned, on the roads in the large cities, the InDrive, the Yango, and other operators are already working. But Pakistan Railway is a big opportunity because of the population size and the daily passengers, thousands and thousands of passengers. So, this digitalization is part of almost every sector, and this is actually nurturing the overall landscape for the citizens of Pakistan. So treat Pakistan as the investor destination, and also to explore the work opportunities from Pakistan, because many of our large-sized corporations, many of our government entities are also engaging not only the Pakistani organizations, but through tender and through competition, through bid, they are engaging the foreign players also. And here is an opportunity for AI players, for AI companies to engage the business from Pakistan. So this is my view on the subject.
Thank you very much for both Anand as well as Mohammed. I can see the ingredient of key success is really about ambitions, dreams, people, and the capital. And more important, I think, is the ecosystem where we actually connect and collaborate and co-create for the future. And I'm very sure that we will be able to bridge the digital divide in due time. So thank you very much.
Let me share one more point with your permission, that out of 250 million population, 150 million population is using the mobile phones. 150 million is a big number. And because of this, the government of Pakistan last year awarded license to 5 digital banks. So there is, this is one bank is Easy Paisa, owned by Ant Financial Alibaba Group.
Yep.
This is the biggest bank. They are already operating in Pakistan and started their operations. So this is also another area that people and the remote areas also, small villages and towns, they are actually digitally equipped with the mobile phone in their hands,
Yep.
and they are using all the apps and all. So this is actually the baseline, the foundation, where is a guaranteed opportunity for all the investors.
Thank you very much for your passion. And I'm sure for those of you who are interested in investment in Mongolia as well as in Pakistan, please, after the session and reach out to them separately. So thank you very much.